thing I would say is a lot of events, God, this sounds terrible, but a lot of events in person weren't that great. And people were very fondly recalling, oh gosh, if only we could go back to the convention center. And it was like the convention center was a lot of us sitting in chairs watching PowerPoint. You know, it was like people watching screens. It's just the screens were 10 feet wide. And then we just adapted that to online. And I think whatever energy there was in the room and whatever sort of like sense of purpose or humanity or whatever was there gets lost. And it is very, very difficult. I mean, unless you are a great speaker by yourself to talk to this thing, right? This little piece of glass, you know, it's you're home alone. I think it's really hard to build a conference around people doing PowerPoint. I think that's universally true, but it's even truer if it's remote. You just have to be great, and very few people are great, or very few people have the time to make it great. And then I think we basically sucked out all those moments that get people to go to Vegas or get people to go to Chicago or wherever, that I want to meet other people. I want to meet Vinu. I want to bump into her in the halls. And what happens, you know, that's why we did this moment here in the beginning is, you know, sign on to our webinar, sign into our conference. It starts at, 10 in the morning. Everyone signs in at 9:59. And then we sit there and there's no engagement, right? That we just watch. We can't even, the chat is turned off. No one can see us. There's nothing, right? It's just one way. So I think you have to be really intentional about saying, how do we connect people? And it's not just, I guess they'll bump into each other, at the cafe or in the halls. There are no halls. There is no cafe. So I think those are probably, the intention of why, I guess that's where it starts. The intention of why are we doing this, right? Yeah, it's the annual conference. We do it every year. That's really different than going in and saying, we're trying to cure cancer. Well, how does this session do that? And a lot of sessions at a lot of conferences don't really do what we want them to do. So the intentionality, I think, is big in terms of setting it up. I think not building it around PowerPoint, and I think adding in those hallway moments or trying to control that and saying, people want to meet. That's often what gets people to conferences. They want to confer. They don't want to be, presented to.